right, guys, so let's continue with our stress management month. And what I want to talk about this month is exercise and movement. And there are some exercise modalities that work really, really well to reduce stress, and others that work better to build resilience, which means you get stressed less easily. Physical activity more generally is good for stress management and resilience, but there's a difference between physical activity and exercise. So here's the difference. Exercise is organized time to move, whereas physical activity is like being a mum, being a sales rep, being a teacher, walking the dogs, gardening, just activity you do in daily life. When you are not acutely stressed, okay, so when you are trying to build resilience and stop yourself from getting stressed, you're feeling good, you're sleeping well, high intensity interval training will reduce the incidence of depressive episodes and reduce your incidence of anxiety episodes as well. This means you get stressed or anxious or depressed less often. So HIIT looks like Tabata. Here's an example. So Tabata is 20 seconds off on, 10 seconds off for 4 minutes. So you'd go 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, then repeat. 20 seconds on, and you would do that for 8 repetitions, and then have a long rest. Interval training can also be sprints, so stair sprints, for example. It might take you 30 seconds or 2 minutes to run up a flight of stairs, and it might take you 3 or 5 minutes to walk back down. That's great. Stair sprints, fabulous interval training. Or you can do a more formal kind of interval training, 2 minutes on, 1 minute off. That's actually really good for building speed if you're out running. But using an assault bike or any bike, cross trainer, your power plate. What matters with high intensity interval training is the intervals are hard, like really hard and really short. And then you have enough rest that you can go and do it again. When you're energetic and moderately stressed, moderate to high intensity exercise can reduce symptoms, and it can reduce incidence of episodes, depressive and anxious episodes. So this is 30 to 60 minutes walking or jogging, lap swimming, circuits in the gym, sets of 20 weights, more endurance-based activities. When you are in an episode and you're acutely stressed, exercise and movement should be slower and incorporate breath work, okay? So this is where you bring in everything you learned last week. Yoga, particularly hatha yoga, has been shown to reduce stress, anxiety, depression. Just 10 minutes of brisk walking followed by meditation can immediately improve your mood. That's a layman's way of saying it affects your hormones in a way that will alleviate your stress, your anxiety, your depression. Tai Chi has also been shown to have a positive impact on people suffering depression, anxiety, and chronic stress. Walking more generally, so like especially in nature, where you see blue or you see green, so either bush or mountains or lakes or oceans, that's been shown to have a positive effect on mood, even when the participants don't believe it's going to work, and even when they believe it's going to make them feel worse. And that's important because of the placebo effect. Being in nature is so powerful for our mood that it can override the placebo effect when we believe the opposite. And this wasn't even doing walking as exercise. It wasn't even brisk walking. It was just sort of immersing yourself in the bush or in the ocean walking. All right. So why are you still sitting there listening to me? Get out, 10 minutes, 2 minutes. It doesn't matter. Something just for you. I will see you next week.